ちは、ニューロンドンの原田です。今日は3ヶ月ぶりに外国人にインタビューをやっていきたいなと思います。で今日は、日本に住んでいる外国人に日本で感じた、カルチャーショックについて聞いていこうと思います。Hi, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing good.
Are you living in Japan?
Yes.
Yeah? How long have you been living here?
3 years.
3 years?
Yeah. But I lived in Kagoshima for 3 years too.
Where are you from?
I'm from Arkansas in the United States.
United States.
Yeah.
First question.
Okay.
What made you want to live in Japan?
Alright, so I was 16. I was in high school. I wanted an adventure.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to go somewhere where English was spoken a lot. So I did an exchange program and I came to Japan. And I was a high school student for like 1 month.
Yeah.
Like I wore the uniform and everything. And I fell in love with it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I wanted to come back after that. So I came in college and then I got a job here. And so, yeah.
Where are you from?
Mexico.
Mexico.
Guatemala.
Are you living in Japan?
Yes, we are living in Japan now.
Yeah. How long have you been living here?
8 or 9 months.
Do you enjoy living here?
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
Very much.
Yeah, we love your country.
Oh, really?
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. We were always very interested in the culture and the history in Japan. We're both engineers. All the time we use Japan manufacturing as a reference in our industry. We were interested in coming and learning about the culture and the not only the culture in general, but also the working culture. Yeah.
Do you live in Japan?
I do.
Yeah. Where are you from?
California, USA.
California. How long have you been living here?
A year and a half.
What made you want to live in Japan?
Work actually.
Oh, what did you find surprising?
I went to high school here when I was very young for 1 year
Okay.
in Osaka.
Oh, Osaka.
So I'm not too surprised actually. Japan's changed a lot in the last 20 years. It's been a long time.
Do you live in Japan?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long have you been living here?
since January.
January, so 6 months or 5 months?
Yes, 6.
And 3 months for
Yes.
me. Since March.
6 months.
Yeah,
Oh, so what do you do in Japan?
I'm studying
Studying.
we are students here.
and working
What do you study?
Japanese.
Japanese.
Japanese, only Japanese.
Yeah.
Mm.
Where are you from again?
I'm from Switzerland.
Switzerland.
From France.
From France.
Yeah.
So to know more about the culture first, and so it's my third time in Japan. The first time I came here and I worked as a model. So
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know anything about Japanese.
Uh-huh.
So that's why I want to study for my knowledge for myself and to improve my life in Japan. Yes.
Nice, thank you.
Yeah, quite same for me. When I traveled here for the first time, I really didn't know nothing about Japan, and like start to maybe felt in love with the culture and everything, and now want to know more. Same, I want to stay more.
Yeah? Second question.
Okay.
Has life in Japan met your expectations?
No way.
Is it different from what you expected or what you imagined?
A lot of us only see what we only see what we know in movies or like entertainment or whatever makes it across into whatever country you live in. In my case, America. So what I knew about Japan was very limited, and I could only make a small picture in my mind. So when I came here and I got to know people and to live here, of course it was so much grander, so much bigger than anything I could have ever imagined. And like even I've been here for 6 years and there's still so much to learn and so much to know.
Normal?
Normal?
Yes.
Yeah?
Maybe better than I expected.
Yeah?
Yeah, really.
Yeah? So what did you imagine before you came to Japan?
Maybe the safety make things really easier to live.
I think it's exceeded.
Yeah?
Yes.
So is it different what you expected?
I think the feeling of living in here, it's been very satisfactory.
Right.
We feel very safe in here. The pacing, even though we live in the biggest city in the world, there's still order. There's no chaos. That's a very nice surprise.
And the food is the best. The
My
food,
wife.
yeah, the food is one of the things that exceeded our expectations
Yes.
by far.
Seafood.
Yeah, seafood is delicious. Yeah.
Every time your expectations are met, they always increase, right? Whether it's work or lifestyle or anything else. But yes, everything. Life in Japan, of course, could be better, but it's very, very good. It's a very clean country, very safe. The food quality, if you search, is very good. If you know where to look, and traveling, and the infrastructure is very good. I don't really have too many high expectations, but Japan's very, very good, I believe. Yeah, it meets my expectations.
Is it different from what you imagined?
It's a lot more international than I imagined before. When I was in Japan 20 years ago, most signs didn't have like Romaji, or they didn't have, or even English, right, translation most of the time. And now there's lots of translation. There's lots of menu with English menu now. That wasn't the case 20 years ago.
I would say that not necessarily a shock, but as my husband mentioned, differences that we kind of knew before, but it's different, read about it, or a documentary about it, than actually experience here. Not vacation, but experience living every day.
You don't used to sneeze in napkins, right?
Yeah.
That's all after. Yeah.
For me, I think for us, French speaker, we easily say no and be rude with speaking. So sometimes it's hard to get information, to understand what people want, really. Because we say no directly and speak really.
I still get it.
Yes.
If I go back to the US, I get culture shock there, and then when I come back to Japan, I get culture shock again.
What was the biggest one?
So people say that in the West, to see emotions, people look at mouths, right? In Japan, they say that people look at their eyes. This is something I've heard. I think it's true.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think that in Japan, people don't show their emotions so
True.
naturally on their face. So when I first came here, it was really hard for me to know what, say, the person I'm speaking to, what they're thinking, or what they're, not just their words, but like, what they were trying to say. That was really difficult in the beginning.
Well, when I first came here, yes, I definitely felt culture shock when I was very young, right? Obviously, like small nuances, like talking to people, things like taking your shoes off before you enter a building. There's a lot of nuances that are very different from America.
実はニューロンドン T シャツ作りました。正式にちょっとそうね売りたいね。
まあなんか完全に個人的に作っただけだけど。
そう。